Hey, Knicks Nation. Welcome to the weekend Sunday edition of the Raw Hebrew Remnant. I hope you're enjoying your weekend, what has been going so far, that you're safe and healthy, that your family is safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders, every day saving lives. Those also that pick up garbage for us to keep our places clean and disease-free. Those also that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. The victims also of prostitution and child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, profiteers, and perverts that create this industry. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. Nearly 600,000 men, women, and children, increasingly seniors, homeless in the United States of America. Millions around the world in even worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. I want to welcome all of my brothers and sisters here. Andrew Abraham, my man, Jose Vasquez, Senior Beef, big brother, my man, Miss Margaret Edwards, Malik Shabazz, Jim Adino, V-Spec, D977, my man, my brother, Diamond Holdings, Cherokee India, my brother, Walter Blackman, Coach Hauser, how you doing? Kai Cox, Super Prince, Joseph Vendimio, Chauncey Beckett, Jabroni Z, Gabriel Fonseca, Justin Moore. Blessings upon all of you. Who did I miss? Did I miss anybody? DC, I didn't see you. Donnell 140th Street, what's up? See y'all. Welcome to all of you. Roberto Mendez. What we got there? Let me see. D Nice, how you doing? D977. Reggie Phillip, how you doing? Super Prince, I saw you. D9. All right. Salute to all of you. All right. I got a lot to talk about today. But let's first of all take a step back and I had some knucklehead right today, or the season's over now because they lost last night. Please don't be like that. Please, you make me see like you mentally unstable. So listen, the season's not over because they lost last night. But let's talk about, first of all, from when we lost OG, which was January 29th. From January 29th to now, the Knicks are 4-3. Okay, this is where they, and look, we were talking about with the loss of Drew, which we already knew about, and then the loss of OG. If you recall, just a few weeks, I was saying hopefully they could play 500 basketball. Well, they're playing better than 500 basketball. They're 4-3 with 2 more games to go before the break, which the break is what they really need. Right now, the Knicks are in the 4th seed. They're 1 game behind the Bucks. They're a game and a half ahead of the 76ers. So they're 1 game behind the 3rd seeded Bucks and a game and a half ahead of the 76ers right now. So they're 4-3 since the 29th. And let's just review, once we got Obi, what was working and how was it working? Okay, let's just look at that. So can you all agree that when OG Anunoby came to the Knicks, the defense went up several notches? And that increase in the defense caused the 9-game winning streak. There was also more ball movement. Okay, there was also more ball movement. We saw more rebounding. We saw more assists. We saw it, but the defense intensity, the lockdown defense went to a new level. Okay, that's what caused us to win 9 straight. Start off winning 5 straight, then win 9 straight. Okay. After the injury to Hartenstein, particularly, you've been seeing Deuce, Dante, Josh Hart, and Precious playing very heavy minutes, right? You've been seeing Deuce, Dante, Precious, and Hart playing very heavy minutes with very little bench help. In fact, Thursday night against Dallas, they basically played the whole game, all of those guys, okay? So for last night, that was against the Knicks for last night because these guys were playing heavy minutes, number one. Hartenstein was out. Okay. Now, Taj Gibson, what I always say about what I was telling you about Derrick Rose back a couple of years ago is the same I'm telling you about Taj Gibson. At age 37, he could really only give you 10 good minutes. He really could only give you maybe 15. And he stays in shape, but he is no match for the younger, stronger, faster fives like the Jackson that he played against last night and Miles Turner. He's no match for them after 10 or 15 minutes, which is why the Knicks got hammered on the boards last night. We could see that, okay? Right? Okay, 38. But yeah, that's the point, though. He's really a real guy that you bring in for 10 to 15 minutes, not a guy you start, but the Knicks had to start him last night. On top of that, every player, I like to bring up Jordan because if you remember Jordan, you remember the Knicks had kryptonite. The Knicks had kryptonite for Jordan. You remember that? The Knicks had a kryptonite for Jordan. Out of the Bronx, out of DePaul. Who am I talking about? The Knicks had kryptonite. So the Jordan could go off on everybody, but there was this one dude for some reason. Now, well, that was Ron Strickland, right? Thank you, Coach Howard. I'm talking about Ron Strickland. But Deuce's kryptonite is T.J. McConnell. I mean, it's been like that since his rookie year. Deuce, I'm gonna tell you, Deuce could guard Kyrie Irving better than he can guard T.J. McConnell. Okay, T.J. McConnell is his kryptonite. So with that in mind, we was gonna be in trouble from the start. Okay, we was gonna be in trouble. Now, this is the thing. Dudes can shoot. Yeah, you got to give TJ his props, though. From Philly, he's been a Nick killer. He's been a Nick killer from Philly. I respect the guy. I mean, he's one of those grinded out dudes that was barely in the league and made a career. I mean, you got to give him his props. You got to give him his props. So TJ is Deuce's kryptonite. It's just the way it is. So we was already on a bad situation right away. But Dante was off, and that's fine. Like I said, they've been playing heavy minutes. You can't expect Dante to be getting 30 a game and playing 40 minutes a game. I mean, the cat is good, but he ain't Jordan. You understand? So that's not going to happen. So he was off last night. But one thing, brethren, and this is, and I'm going to tell you, maybe I'll brag a little bit. So please, don't mind me being silly here. But I think I got a pretty good thumb on what Thibs wants and what he doesn't want. I think I got a pretty good thumb on what he'll do based on the situation. I think I got a pretty good handle on him. And why I don't agree with everything he does, I respect him because he's a pro coach. I'm not. He's been around a long time. He knows what he's doing, even when I don't think he does. And that's why I break on people that come at me with the Thibs hate. But so I think I got a good handle on how he feels about things in certain situations. And I saw him after the game last night, and I'm going to tell you in a minute what this is about. Now, a dude like a Dante or a Brunson or Stephen Curry or any shooter is going to have an off night. It happens to all the greatest shooters, Curry, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Glenn Rice. Is going to happen to the greatest of shooters. You're going to have an off night. Okay, it's just part of the game. Okay, so even the greatest shooters are going to have off nights. But what you can never have is a defensive off night. You can never have that. There's no excuse to not play defense. You can miss shots, but to not be able to play defense, that's a problem. Okay, that's a problem. I give Taj a pass. I give Precious a pass. They play a lot of minutes. They tired. But there are certain things. I don't care where you at, what you do. You got to do these things if you're in the league on defense. You have got to get out to the three-point shooters. Listen, if you're in the league, you have got to get out to the three-point shooters. You have got to get out to them. Okay? The league is like a jungle, and I mentioned this before. The league is like a jungle. In the jungle, if you ever watch one of them nature programs and you see the cheetahs looking to get their next meal, They're looking for the weakest of the victims. So they're looking for the youngest, weakest, slowest one, and that's the one they're going to attack to get their next meal. Whether it's the gazelles, whether it's the buffalo, whether it's the zebras, they're looking for the weakest, slowest one, and that's they're going to watch, and then they're going to attack. And they do the same thing in the league. Okay? You cannot have Jalen Brunson on the floor with two other guys that cannot play defense. You just cannot do it. Okay? You cannot do it. I understand Burks a little bit because he was never a great defender, but he comes through. Yes, he played well in the fourth quarter. If you look at his stats, you say, oh man, he shot the ball well. But what the hell is the use in getting 20 if you're giving up 30? We just saw this movie 2 years ago with Frenchie and Kemba. We saw this movie. Y'all should remember this movie. You should understand the script here. Okay? But Bogdanovic, go back and look at the game. See, me, when I'm looking at a basketball game, I'm watching defense. I'm watching how the players are moving for the Knicks. I'm watching the rotations. I'm seeing who's making rotations, who doesn't. Look, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does. Listen to me now. No. Everybody makes mistakes, okay? People miss assignments every game. It happens, okay? But watch the game. What Indiana was doing, their ball, first of all, the Knicks only had 16 assists last night. Indiana had 27, okay? The ball was moving, and what they would do, they would hit the guy and they would set it up. It wasn't an accident. The guy that they would get the ball to was the guy on Bogdanovic's side because it took him forever to get from, you got to have 1 foot in the lane when the ball's on the strong side and you're on the weak side. Listen now, you got to have 1 foot in the lane when the ball's on the strong side and you're on the weak side. But when the ball swings and your side becomes the strong side, you got to leave the lane and get out to the shooter. Y'all hear me? Did you hear what I just said? You got to leave the lane and get out to the shooter. Forget playing small. Forget how, There's things you have got to do. You can get out rebounded by a team when you start in Taj Gibson. You can get out rebounded. You can have a night where Deuce is being guarded. That's his kryptonite. There's no problem. That happens. But you cannot win in the league if you cannot get from the lane to cover the three-point shooter. No, hell no. This ain't about adjustment. See, I knew somebody was going to say that, but it's not. It's not. Either you, listen, let me ask y'all a question. What was OG's adjustment? Wait. What was OG's adjustment? He didn't know the offense when he first came to New York, yet they won 5 straight. What was OG's adjustment then? What happened? How come he comes on the floor and all of a sudden the defense goes up 2 notches? Huh? How come he comes on the floor and they win 9 straight? Because you know what? There's fundamental things you got to do in the league if you want to win. Those 2 cats played defense last night like they were still in Detroit, man. I'm trying to tell you. I don't care how. Look, what the hell is the use of shooting 40% from 3 if you're going to give up 40 points on the other end? What's the use? Like I said, we just saw this movie. We just saw this movie with Frenchie and Kemba. We just saw this movie, okay? And I want y'all to remember what Thibs' response was when he saw too much of that, okay? I want you to remember that because you're getting ready to see it again. Number 1. Number 2, let me tell you something. Look, when OG and Jewel and Mitch Rob and Hartenstein all come back, when they come back, we're excited. You know why? Look, all of us feel like, look, the Knicks could get to the ECF. This was before the trade. Right? Before the trade, we still felt like the Knicks could get to the ECF. Because why? Because that defense is hellified. And we knew that the bench with Mitch Rob coming was going to be hellified. Okay. I'm going to tell you something, man. Thibs could taste it. and he ain't going to lose it for somebody. I don't care who the trade is. If you don't play no defense, you ain't playing. Last night, what I saw is Bogdanovic's feet looked like they was in quicksand, man. That ain't got nothing to do with adjustment. That ain't got nothing to do with knowing the defensive schemes. That ain't got nothing to do with the offense. That boy looked like his feet was in quicksand. He could not get out to the three-point shooter. Look, did you see Obi Toppin? It was almost like he was sitting there looking at the laces on the ball, lining them up, had time to set his feet and shoot. That was on Bogdanovic's side. Okay? I'm going to tell you. I ain't worried, though. And I'll tell you why. I'm not worried. I'm telling you, he's not going to play. Look, Thibs loves veterans. But even more than that, Thibs loves to win, which is what I like about him. He wants to win. Okay? So look, some of y'all, well, it's just the first game. Okay, yeah, I hear you. I give you the first game on Deuce getting done. I give you the first game on Dante being tired, Hart being tired, Precious being tired. I give you the first game. I give you that. But you can't, the first game ain't going to stop somebody from getting from the lane to the three-point guy. It didn't stop OG from getting from the lane to the three-point guy. And look, I had somebody talking about, well, Drew don't play no defense. I don't know what you've been watching, but Julius Randle is playing defense. Julius Randle is D'ing up this year, okay? And then Julius D went to a new level when we got OG. Look, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, when all the dudes come back, I'm going to see what we're going to watch. I'm going to watch Houston and I'm going to be at the Orlando game. Okay, I'm going to be at the Orlando game. So the way it's looking right now, I don't see how a dude who can't move his feet all of a sudden moves his feet. Dude is 34, going to be 35. Look, then I went and looked at the numbers. I looked at the numbers in Detroit for Bogdanovic. When Bogdanovic was in the game, Detroit was 14 points worse. When Bogdanovic left the game, they were 6 points better. Overall, when Bogdanovic on Detroit was 8 points worse with him in the game. That's facts. Okay, and I don't even want to tell you what happened last night because everybody's stats going to look bad last night, so I ain't going to count that. But I want to tell you something. This dude ain't going to, this ain't going to work. Not with him. Now, look here. Think about it. They asked, did any of y'all see the post-game interview? I think it was either the Dallas game or the game before that. And somebody asked Hartenstein, they said, we heard that Mitch Robinson is going to be doing on-court activities after the All-Star break. And then Hartenstein said, okay, so like that. And they said, well, what do you think the lineup's going to be? And what did you hear what Hartenstein said? Did any of y'all remember that interview? It wasn't Rebecca that asked the question. It was one of the mother knuckleheads. But do you remember what he answered? What Hartenstein answered was very telling if you're paying attention. He said, we're still going to split minutes. And he's right. They're going to split minutes. But Hartenstein is going to start and Mitchell Robinson is going to be coming off the bench. They're going to split minutes with Hartenstein starting. Okay? So, okay, wait a minute. Yep, that's what he said, right? Well, you heard him. So wait. So now let's just be real now. That's Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart are going to be part of the 9-man rotation when everybody's back. Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart are going to be part of the 9-man rotation when everybody's back. Last night is going to conduce his role, is going to continue what it was. And last night he played with the minutes that Brunson doesn't play at the point. Deuce was in there. So Brunson played last night. He played 37 minutes and Deuce played 11 minutes. It's almost like clockwork. Those two guys, that's what happens every time. Deuce plays the minutes that that Brunson does not play. That's just how it is. So, and other than that, he would be situational, but that's how that works. So Deuce is going to play. Last night, he played the minutes so Brunson played 37 minutes. McBride played 11. That is exactly what's going to continue to happen. Okay. So Deuce is going to play the minutes that Brunson doesn't play. Then you got Precious. Look, let me ask you all a question. Who would play if you had to choose? Would it be Precious or would it be Bogdanovic? If you had to choose that fourth guy, would it be Precious or would it be Bogdanovic? Who's playing? If you had to choose, right? It's not, look, if I said to y'all, it's not even close. It's not even close. Okay. No, I'm not overreacting. I'm trying to tell you, you're not listening, Jay. I'm trying to tell you, there's certain things that are for real. It's not about adjustments. There's certain things that you should bring with you. You should bring in your toolbox when you show up at the court. That's what OG did. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No, it's not. I'm not overreacting. Cat can't play defense. You know, I remember when I saw Frenchie doing the same crap, and I said the same thing 3 years ago, and people were telling me I was overreacting then. No, you got to give him a chance. I said, if you can't play defense, you're not going to play. Okay, you can't. And look what happened. He took both of them out of the rotation. So I'm trying to tell you, yeah, he could shoot. But if you can't play defense, you ain't playing. And if we had to guess right now, look, Deuce backs up Brunson. So Deuce is going to get 10 minutes a night because Brunson going to rest only Brunson going to play 38 minutes a night. That's just what he wants to do. So it is what it is. Dante backup is going to be Burks. Burks is going to come in for Dante. Hart is going to come in for OG. Precious is going to come in for Jew. He's going to get about 10 minutes a night. He's going to get just like Deuce. He's going to get his 10 minutes a night because that's about what Jew's going to play 37 minutes a game. Okay. Then, of course, you're going to get Hartenstein and Mitch Rob going back and forth. And I think Hartenstein will get more minutes, which is fine. Hartenstein will probably get 28 minutes. Mitch Rob probably get 20. And that's how you do it. I don't see a place for Bogdanovic. I don't see it. I'm trying to say, well, where would this cat play if he can't get out to the 3-point line? See, some of y'all focus so much on how many. I told you, I think somebody bear witness. I told you, I think Friday, and I told you yesterday, don't get all hyped because the cat averaged 20 points a game on Detroit. That don't mean nothing. Detroit only won 7 games. Everybody can get their stats up then. Okay. Again, you're looking at offense, gaming, stop it. Look at defense. Dude is a negative on Detroit defensively. He's a negative already for the Knicks defensively. The team that he plays on is better when he's off the floor because of his defense. It sucks. Period. Okay, it sucks. No, Burke played both the point and the 3. Look at the minutes. Burks played 22 minutes. McBride played 11. And the 11 McBride played was directly resulting from Brunson resting. Brunson played. You can always know how many minutes because you look at the point guard. There's 48 minutes available. 37 go to Brunson. 11 go to McBride. That's the way it's been all season. It's been like that all season. Okay. Now, Burks played 22 minutes last night. Burks played 22 minutes. And Bogdanovic played 33. And that was about 23 too much in my view. Okay. That's about 23 too much in my view. So we're going to see, but I can't see this. When you coming down the stretch in playoff time and you trying to get the 3rd seed or the 2nd seed, I'm telling you, you're going to see. Thibs ain't going to have that. Look, you got to look at the post game last night. This cat was mad. When Thibs is mad, he'll never tell the media because he don't break on his players in front of the media. He just doesn't do it. But this cat was mad, man. In fact, after one game where they played bad defense, they asked Drew, what did he say after the game? And he said, I cannot repeat. What he said after the game, this dude do not play that. He's not going to play that. Okay? Thibs wanted Burks. Thibs, nobody was expecting them to get Bogdanovic because Detroit was trying to decide if they should hold on to him. But Thibs wanted Burks. And I'm telling you, Burks is going to play just like, he's going to play. He's going to play behind Dante. I think that's the minutes he's going to get. And if Dante is hitting his shots, Burks is not going to get as many minutes as we think he is. Okay? I don't know. But I'm telling y'all, you got to be able. Well, it's about effort, and Abraham. I'm not saying Bogy didn't give effort. I still think Bogey's a tough old dude. He could shoot the ball, but sometimes there's things. I told you, there's things you could do, and there's things you can't do, just ability wise. Okay, it's like can Jalen Brunson win a dunk contest? Well, no, right? Well, Bogey's just his feet are slow, man. His feet are slow. Yes, I do. But I'm saying to y'all, the rotation is not going to include Bojan Bogdanovic. That's what I'm saying to y'all. That's what I'm saying to y'all. Going after the All-Star break, unless things change in these next two games defensively, and I can't see how they will, Bogdanovic is not going to be playing in that rotation. I'm telling you, he can't play no defense. You cannot have it. Last night when they had Burks, Bogdanovic, and Brunson on the court at the same time, we got slaughtered. We got slaughtered. You can't do that. You got three weak defenders on the court at the same time. You can't do that. Okay? You can't do it. Look, man, you missing the point. Y'all missing the point. This ain't high school. This is the league. This ain't high school. I'm not blaming him. He can't play defense. I was afraid of that when we got him. I told y'all he can't play defense. And what we was talking about. Look, no, they was actually D-nice. That's not true. The Knicks were good for the first quarter, the half. They were down like 2 or 3 at the half. They started the third quarter pretty good, but then Indiana figured it out, man, and they started moving that basketball, and they started getting to the side where Bogdanovic was. And whoever the shooter was had all night to shoot the ball. I mean, it was ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous. He can't play no defense. I'm sorry. And I'm telling you right now, we were talking about the decisions that Thibs going to have to make. Because he had all of these guys and he only uses 9. I think he's going to use 10 because Deuce's minutes is going to be commensurate with Brunson's rest. And Brunson some nights plays 43 minutes. That means Deuce would get 5 minutes. That's how Deuce's game is going to be. So that's going to be the guy that's in and out because of Brunson. He's a direct substitute for Brunson. But I don't know where. I'm telling you, I'm not playing Bogdanovic above Precious. Look what we're getting from Precious without Julius and without OG Anunoby. Look what we're getting from Precious. The rebounding was ridiculous. They crushed the Knicks on the boards. But we kind of expect that because, like I said, you had Taj Gibson out there. Taj can only give you 10 minutes. That's it. And Precious was way undermanned. Precious can give you 10 minutes at the 5, but you can't ask them to play 20 and 30 minutes at the 5. You can't do it. Precious is a 4. He can play some 5, and he played 43 minutes last night, but he's really a 4. That's his natural position. He could spot you at the 5, but he could spot like a Hartenstein at the 5, but you need OG on the other side. Okay. So, nah, man, this cat, oh, I can say it. That yes, I can, because I know what it looks like, because we've already seen it. That's what I'm saying. Why don't y'all please look at the freaking game? Look at the 9-game winning streak. How did we start this conversation, y'all? I said, what adjustments did OG make when he came to the Knicks? Why did they win 5 straight as soon as he gets into the lineup, and then 9 after that? Why? Because the defense went up several notches. And we are all excited because he still is not fully acclimated and the defense went up several notches. You understand? Defense comes with you no matter where you are, no matter where you get traded to. Look, Pat Beverly's a defensive specialist. No matter what team he's on, he's been on a lot of teams, he's going to play defense. I don't care what team it is. He's going to play defense. He may not shoot the ball well, but you know defense is coming with him no matter where he goes. Okay? Bogdanovic ain't playing no defense, man. I'm sorry. They play, so exactly. Thibs is looking, and I'm trying to tell you, I started off the conversation, some of y'all was there, said, I got a pretty good handle on what Thibs feels about these things. And I'm telling you right now, he's looking at that video and he's mad as hell. I'm telling you, he's looking at it and he's seeing what I'm telling you. Okay. Yeah, we're going to see. Oh yeah. Well, I told y'all, TJ McConnell's been Deuce's kryptonite from Deuce's first year. Okay, I already knew that. I knew we were going to be in trouble with him already because that's Deuce's kryptonite. Okay, just like Rod Strickland was Jordan's kryptonite. Every player has kryptonite guy. Everybody does. Well, for Deuce, it's TJ. Deuce could guard Kyrie Irving. He could guard Scary Terry. He could guard anybody better than McConnell. McConnell gets him every time. It is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. D-Nice, you're missing that freaking point as usual. Look, I'm not expecting him to be OG. I didn't know what kind of defense he would bring, and I wanted to see it. And last night I saw it. He brings none. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, and we're trying to figure out who is the 9-man rotation, and I'm gonna tell you he's not in it. That's what I'm trying to say. That's my point. Everybody catch that? That's my point. No, I'm not overreacting. He ain't gonna be in the 9-man rotation. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He ain't going to be in it. And I asked the question a few minutes ago. Let me ask it again. Okay. Wait, in fact, let's do a poll. Tired of y'all not catching crap. And look, man, let's do a poll. I'm going to do a poll right now. Who stays in the rotation? And I'm going to say post all-star break. Okay, and I'm going to give you two choices. I'm not overreacting, man. When I see a problem, I'll tell you. And we got a problem. I'm going to tell you right now, we got a problem right here. This is a problem. This ain't no temporary problem. This is a long-term problem. And you cannot win in the playoffs with that cat getting significant minutes in the rotation. Not with that defense. No, hell no. No, hell no. And if you don't understand that Thibs will pull you if you're not playing defense, you ain't been watching. You ain't been paying attention. Okay? So let's see what happens against, and I want y'all to do this, please. Against Houston and against Orlando, watch the defense. Watch the defense. Watch who gets attacked. Watch how they get attacked. Okay, watch. Oh, I don't care. Andrew, that's a question. I don't care who's strongest. I just want them both to play. I just want to win. I just want to win. That's all we're talking about. We're talking about winning. And so I don't questions like who's better, I don't give a crap. Put them both out there. Let's get cracking. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm telling you is Bogy ain't going to be in the rotation. It's going to be Mitchell Robinson, Precious Achiuwa, Josh Hart, Alec Burks, and then you're going to get Deuce, which is his minutes are going to be based on whatever 48 minus Brunson minutes are. That's going to be Deuce's minutes. So when Brunson comes out, Deuce is coming in. If Brunson plays 30 minutes, Deuce is going to play 18 minutes. If Brunson plays 38 minutes, Deuce is going to play 10 minutes. That's what it is. That's what it's been. I'm not telling you some theory. They've been doing that all season. And then when Brunson's out, Deuce is your starting point guard. Burks plays point and wing like he did last night. He played both. Okay? He played both. But when Brunson is resting, Deuce is in the game. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. When Brunson is resting, Deuce is in the game. Okay, so yeah, but I'm saying Bogdanovic ain't gonna be in this rotation, man. Post All-Star game. Not if he playing defense like that, he ain't. I'm trying to tell y'all, no, he ain't. No, he ain't. And the reason you have Deuce in there with Burks is because Burks is not a great defender either. But you got to put him in the game with a defender. Okay, you got to have defenders. So when you think about it, if you're looking at OG and Jew and either Hartenstein or Mitch Rob, and then you put Burks in there, you're going to have Deuce next to him because Deuce is the defender. Okay, I'm saying, I mean, come on, man. It ain't no overreaction. That dude can't play no defense. It's like, when you spot a guy that's trying to, when you spot a con artist, do you need more than one time to see if he's a con artist? Come on, man. We from New York. You know what I'm saying? If you see a con artist, you know a con artist. Period. Do you need more than one time to see it? No, Bogdanovic's value is that 19 million. Just like Prince's value. Bogdanovic's value is that 19 million. Is at 19 million. Yeah. Well, no, I'm not underestimating high IQ gaming. You're underestimating defense. Did Utah win a chip? Did Utah win a chip? Did they win a championship? And are the Knicks trying to win a championship? Did Utah even get to the Western Conference Finals? So what the hell with his IQ going to help you? Man, stop. Please stop overlooking. He can't play defense. When you going to understand? No defense, no bueno. Period. End of story. No defense, no bueno. No, it wasn't Mitchell disappearing. The whole team disappeared. Man, please. Including Bogdanovic. And look. He's older now. He was like 31 then. He 34 going on 35 now. What you think? He's going to be better? Man, come on, man. Man, please. Please. No. I'm trying to tell you, man, if this cat gets on the floor and they keep giving up threes when he's out there, Thibs is going to pull him. Thibs is going to pull him. Thibs ain't going to lose no games because one cat ain't playing defense. That ain't going to happen. I'm trying to tell you, y'all. And I'm still, honestly, I know Thibs loves Burks, so I know he's going to give Burks more rope. Burks need to tighten up on his defense too, though. He does. I need to see a little bit more. I'm not saying he's not as bad as Bogdanovic, but just what I'm saying. You're going to have a defensive liability in Brunson. Well, that's a given. But you see how the Knicks handled it when they had Brunson out there with OG, Drew, Hartenstein, and Dante. They was rolling. Okay, rolling. And even after OG got hurt, they put Hart in there, and they ain't skip a beat. They kept rolling. Okay, with Hart in there. So, yeah, man. Nah. That's what I'm saying, man. They were playing defense last night that they were still in Detroit. You see, in Detroit is like this, a young team, right? And Detroit will play with anybody for 3 quarters. Detroit will be with anybody for 3 quarters. But come the 4th quarter of an NBA game, you must get stops. That's how you win. Okay. Detroit's on my league pass. I was watching them. They would be in the game oftentimes against top teams into the 4th quarter. But when it's time to get stops, they could not do it. And they were depending on guys like Bogdanovic and Burks. They would score, but they couldn't get no stops. Okay. When was the Knicks 3-point defense considered good? Did you see them win 9 straight, or were you sleeping? Did you see them win 5 straight, or were you sleeping? Did you see them cold teams under 100 points, or were you sleeping? I mean, come on. Since when? You mean like since last 2 weeks ago? Bro, stop it, man. No, just stop it, man. I hate silliness, man. Stop it. Since when was their 3-point defense good? They were the #1 defense in the league. In the league since January 1st. In the league. Stop it, man. Since when was the Knicks 3-point? See, you say you want me to be easy, but then you sling this bull crap. Be easy. I'm overreacting. Now, I understand the trade. I understand the trade. I understand the trade. And it's like you were shopping for Alec Burks. Look, did y'all see the thing? Somebody said that Quentin Grimes, a couple of guys said that Quentin Grimes was, what they call him? What they say he was? He was disgruntled. Did y'all see that? They used the words disgruntled with Quentin Grimes. So it was almost like Q-Dog wanted to be traded. Okay, he wanted to be traded. So, okay, he got traded. So he probably wasn't going to sign an extension with the Knicks. Okay, fine. But so you're going shopping for Alec Burks. Okay, you're going shopping. When the Knicks were calling Detroit, they're going shopping for Alec Burks. That's what they do. And the guy at Detroit said, well, look, I can help you. I'm going to throw in the Bogdanovic with that too if you throw in a couple of seconds. So, of course, the Don's going to say, oh, wow, I can get 2 for 1. Let's get that done. So Bogdanovic, okay. Dude. Look, D-Nice, what part didn't you hear when I said January 1st? You said since when? And I told you, did you watch the game since January 1st? Who the hell cares about prior to January 1st? I'm telling you what they are now. You said since when? I told you since when. Oh, my God. Stop it. What? Man, unplug your ears, please. Damn. I told you. Anyway. Prior to OG, the Knicks were still a top 5 defense in the league. You better go back and look at some stats because you ain't looking at them. I don't know what the hell you smoking today. But before OG, the Knicks was still a top 5 defense. They were still a top 3 defense in the East before OG. No, I'm not bugging. I'm looking at numbers. Okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna argue with you, man. I'm not, because I can see you tripping, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But let me tell you this: Bogdanovic is gonna be out this rotation. That's all I'm saying. Bogdanovic is gonna be out this rotation. That's what I'm saying. Okay, he's gonna be out this rotation. That's all I'm saying. If he ain't playing good enough defense to stay on the floor, that's all I'm saying to you. He ain't playing good enough defense to stay on the floor. Yeah, it's all. And I've been watching. Look what up. What the hell you think I've been doing? Anyway. Well, like I said, Sangor said, why bring him? Because he was thrown in there. You could get him. You got a shooter, extra shooter, you got a guy, okay? You got a guy on an expiring deal that you could use this summer. Remember, the Knicks are still looking at somebody this summer. The Knicks are still looking at somebody this summer, and I'm hoping it's Mikal Bridges. So that's why you had that extra salary in there. You got $29 million in expiring money. So that's why he was in there. Y'all got to understand the business side. Yeah, you got $29 million in expiring money. So yeah. I can see Jay Supreme that happening. And I knew that was a possibility, but it was a question. Like, remember, like yesterday, before the game, after the trade, everybody was trying to say who's going to be out of the rotation. Some people said it was Deuce. Some people said it was Precious. Some people said this. Some people said that. But everybody was trying to figure who was going to be out the rotation. Right? Am I right or not? Was not people trying to say, well, who's going to be the odd man out? Because we got now these 2 new guys, and we still got 4 other guys on the bench. Who's the odd man out? Okay? No, I'm not trashing him, Mike T. Get off them nutsack. I'm not trashing him. If you can't play D, you can't play D. Can't. Sorry. Dude ain't got no defense. Okay? Yeah, see? Boss Ryder said McBride is out. No, he's not. I mean, he's out. It depends on how many minutes Brunson plays. That's how many minutes Producer's going to play. Just like last night. It's been like clockwork all season. If you look at the box scores, go look at the box scores when Brunson plays the whole game and he's healthy and Deuce is healthy. It's 48 minutes. You add them 2 minutes to get them two guys minutes together. It's always 48 because whatever Brunson is resting, Deuce is playing. Okay, so no, Deuce is not out. That's wrong. Deuce is not out. I'm gonna tell you right now, Deuce is not out. But you're gonna see, Bohan ain't gonna play. I'm gonna tell you right now, Thibs don't play this, man. He's trying to get to this ECF. I'm telling you, he's trying to get to this ECF. Okay, he's trying to get to this ECF. He's not gonna play nobody that don't play no defense, especially you talking about coming down to the wire in a playoff game where you need stops. Oh hell no! First of all, let me ask you all this question. Do you think Thibs is ever going to sit a healthy Jalen Brunson in the fourth quarter of a playoff game? Wait, do you think Thibs is ever going to sit a healthy Jalen Brunson in the fourth quarter of a playoff game? Do you think he's going to sit Jalen in the fourth quarter of a playoff game where you need to get stops and Jalen's a little weak on defense? Do you think he's going to do that? Exactly, Jay Supreme. And do you think he's going to put another weak defender out there when he needs stops? That's what I'm trying. That's all I'm trying to say to y'all. Some of y'all taking it like I'm attacking Bogdanovic or I'm hating him or I'm not giving him a chance. It's only one game. The boy don't play defense. The boy don't play defense. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. The boy don't play defense. That's all I'm saying. And I agree with Joe Curry. Joe Curry, that's scary that me and you agree on this, but that's true. He's glorified Frenchie. He's a tougher version of Frenchie. He's a tough dude, but he's Frenchie. Okay, can't play no defense. He's an elite shooter. Hell yeah. That don't win you no championships. You better get stops. Championships are won on the defensive end of the floor. You get stops in the playoffs. That's how you win. Okay. You better go back and look at them playoff games. You got to get stops in the fourth quarter to win playoff games. Okay. You ain't getting them with Bogy on the floor. Sorry. Varpat, please look at his stats on this. Where is this? Basketballreference.com. Look at his on and off stats. No, he's a horrible defender. Not bad, horrible. Maybe he was decent when he was in Utah, but that was what, 4 years ago? Maybe when he first came to the Nets, he was decent defender. Homie's 34, gonna be 35. Father Time's undefeated. I'm trying to tell y'all. This ain't Bogdanovic from the Brooklyn Nets. Or even his first 2 years in Utah. This ain't the same guy. Okay? I'm trying to say people tripping, man. I'm sorry. Your boy can't play no defense. No defense, no bueno. And I want to say, Burks is not a great defender either. But I expect Burks to be in the game either with Dante or Deuce. Burks will be in the game either with Dante or Deuce. I wasn't upset. I was upset with the defense. I'm telling you, man. I'm into defense. I'm into defense. That's why I like Thibs. I'm into defense. That's why I respect Eric Spoelstra. I'm into teams that play defense. And I don't mind losing, but don't tell me you just not getting out the three-point shooters because you're too slow to get there. Get him out the game. Come on, baby. Get him out the game. No, okay, Michael Drake. He's 34. He's soon going to be 35. So you tell me, do 34-year-olds get better on defense when they turn 35? If you're too slow at age 34, do you get quicker at age 35? If you're too slow, if your feet can't move, do you get quicker? Do your feet all of a sudden move? Well, okay, so there you go. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Bogdanovic is that dude that you use exactly like Frenchie. Somebody's hurt, somebody's in foul trouble. You need defense, you bring him in. I mean, offense real quick. You need a spark, you bring him in. Okay, you need a spark, you bring him in. Hope he can start hitting some threes for you. That's what you do with him. But as a regular rotational guy, I'm sorry. I saw some. I was watching, man. I'm telling you, when y'all be watching who's doing the offensive moves, I'm watching defense. I'm saying who's moving their feet, who's getting to their spots, who's doing this and who's doing that defensively. And if I don't, like I was seeing Deuce get done by McConnell, but I understood, first of all, if McConnell is getting into the lane, let me ask you a question. Shouldn't somebody step up and get the ball out of his hands while he's trying to get into the paint? Shouldn't somebody step up? We didn't have that last night because we didn't have Hartenstein. We don't got Mitch Robb. We didn't have Sims even. So that wasn't there. And then, so he's playing kryptonite. He's going to get done up last night. Hey, it happens to everybody. Okay. But you got to play defense. You got to play defense. You got to play defense, man. No, they lost because we were undermanned on the boards. We were undermanned on the boards. Okay, we were undermanned on the boards, and so that's really why we lost. And then we couldn't get the interior defense because we were undermanned. Taj, I'm not blaming Taj. Taj's 38 years old, man. I'm not expecting him to be Jabbar right now. You know what I mean? But all I wanted to see them get out on the 3-point shooters. Okay, I wanted to see them get out on 3-point shooters. I think they shot 48% from 3 last night. Let me just see this. I think Utah shot 40. They shot 48% from 3 last night, man. 48. Come on, baby. 48. No, Thanks for the $10. Everyone is saying, where does the offense come from? Defense leads the offense. It's called transitioning. Thank you. Thank you, Russell. Good defense leads to stops, which leads to easy buckets. And that's what they were doing over the 2 winning streaks that we saw, the 5-gamer as well as the 9-gamer. They were getting easy buckets in transition because of the defense. You got to get stops. Now, one thing, and let me just say, somebody, I don't know who it was, maybe it was Jay Supreme, I forgot who it was, but somebody said, do you think we're going to be okay? Yes, we're going to be fine. The Knicks are going to be fine. I just hate to see terrible defense. I got a pet peeve when I see somebody not playing defense and getting minutes. I can't stand it. And y'all seen when Julius used to play Matador defense and I wanted him to be traded. I was like, no, you can't play defense like that and be in the league. But okay, but he got better. Julius plays defense this year. He's playing defense. Okay, especially it went up a notch when we got OG. He's been playing defense. Okay, I didn't expect Hartenstein to be as good as he is, and he plays defense. So, you know, the Knicks really gonna be okay when you get back OG, you get back Ju, you get back Mitch Robb. They're gonna be really good, man. They're gonna be really good. They're gonna be really good. So, well, Chauncey, you remember what they did with Carmelo? They moved him from the 3 to the 4 because he could not keep up with 3s, and 3s could keep up with him, but he could not. He had a chance to guard 4s, and 4s could not guard him. And so it was actually Woody that moved him from the 3 to the 4, and he became very effective his last few years playing the 4. But he was already slowing down defensively. We saw that before he left. Okay, you know, so. Yeah, like I told y'all when it happened, I said, we got 2 rentals in Bogdanovic and Burks. These are 2 rentals, man. These are 2 rentals. Yeah, they do look similar to the 04 Pistons. They're a modern version of the 04 Pistons, in my opinion, as soon as they get everybody back. So when you get OG back, you get Ju back, you get Mitch Robb back. First of all, your first starting 5, then Mitchell Robinson with Josh Hart, and Precious Achua and Deuce in Burks, it's going to be hella fire. It's going to be hella fire. Okay, it really is. And so I'm not worried about that. But I'm just like, don't play this guy Bogdanovic. And I'm telling you, he keeps playing defense like that. He's not going to play. I'm going to tell you right now, he's not going to play. Okay, and I think we might have had a fighting chance if Jericho was able to go last night. That must be some flu bug he's got because he's been out for several days with this thing, man. He missed 3 games with it. So we'll see. Nah, I'm sorry, Elijah Moore. If you can't move your feet, you can't move your feet. Moving your feet is effort and talent. The defense in the NBA today takes speed and quickness to play defense in the NBA today. Back in the 90s, you can play defense with brute force because they were letting you play a much more aggressive game. But you cannot play that style of defense Now you have to play speed, and you got to get to the spot on the 3-point line to defend the 3-pointer. You must. Otherwise, you're done. The difference between teams that are in the playoffs and teams that are not, the teams that are not cannot guard the 3-point line. They don't guard. That's what happens, okay? The teams that win guard. And they guard the 3 and they guard the interior. Yeah, so, so this team, Sims, hopefully Sims could play Tuesday. And hopefully, what's today? Sunday. He gets Sunday and Monday. And then, we had no center last night. Yeah, so I'm not saying they should have. And listen, I'm not one of these that say, well, Bogdanovic lost us the game. I'm not talking about that. We were going to lose that game. As soon as we didn't have Sims, we didn't have Hartenstein, we didn't have Mitch Rob, and you have to depend on Taj to start. We're going to lose that game against Isaiah Jackson and Miles Turner. You're going to lose that game, okay? You're going to lose that game. I'm not talking about blaming somebody for the loss. I'm just talking about what I see defensively that's not going to be able to get fixed. And Bogdanovic defensively, you cannot fix. All you can do with a guy like that is try to mask him, okay? Like they do with Brunson. They got to mask him, okay? But you can't put him out there with Brunson because they're going to get done. They're going to get done, okay? So you can't do that. OG had surgery on his elbow, and he'll be back in 3 weeks. They're talking now 2 to 3 weeks for Juju. So I think Juju's going to be back right after the break. I think Juju's going to be back for that February 22nd game against Philly. I think he'll be back for that. Yeah, so Bogdanovic is a shooter, tremendous shooter. I would even say a great shooter is Bogdanovic. But you're not going to win championships because you shoot 40% from 3. You're going to win championships, and we're talking chip time now. You're going to win championships if you get stops. So Hartenstein, I think they didn't give us an update on Hartenstein. That's a good question. They didn't give us an update on Hartenstein, so I don't know what his prognosis is. Let me see what he's listed here. Hartenstein is day-to-day. Hartenstein's listed as day-to-day. He's day-to-day. Yeah, so we'll see what happens on. I would sit Hartenstein for the rest of the last 2 games. Let's sit him. Don't play him anymore, and let's play him after the All-Star. Yeah, I hope they do, Mark. I hope they do. I hope they sit him and have him come back after the All-Star break. We really need Sims in there. We need Sims. See, because you can get 10 minutes at the 5 from Precious. You can get 10 minutes at the 5 from Taj. Okay, that's 20 minutes right there. So you can get 20 minutes between those guys. You could play Sims 28 minutes. Okay, and you can get, you can get decent production from him. You can play Sims 28 minutes and get decent production from him. Okay. Actually, D-Nice, our issue was defense. Only Grimes can guard Butler. They kept putting Hart on him. Hart couldn't guard Butler last playoffs. Hart couldn't guard Gabe Vincent either. And nobody was guarding Caleb Martin. It's defense. That was the problem. I don't know what you've seen, but it wasn't offense. It was defense. In the league, defense wins. Lack of defense loses. You could score all kinds of points. Mike D'Antoni ain't won a championship yet because he get the genius offensively, but can't get no defensive schemes going. That's the problem. Okay. So now you got OG can guard Butler, Dante, Julius. Then you got behind them Hartenstein and Mitch Rob. Oh, yeah. We good. We good. I think we're going to be all right. You know what I mean? I think we're going to be all right. Last year, come playoff time, only Grimes could guard all those guys. And he can only one guy. But now you got OG. You got Dante in there. You got Julius is playing defense now. You got Precious Achiuwa is playing defense now. You got Josh Hart. Oh, yeah. I think we're good. I hope I can, like I said, here's the poll. Let's take a look at the poll. There's been 163 votes. 71% says Precious should stay in the rotation. 29% says Bogdanovic should stay in the rotation. And that's about what I'm seeing too. Okay, that's about what I'm seeing too. 71-29 Precious. And why? Because Precious plays defense and he rebounds. That's how you win playoff games. Rebounding and defense. Who said that, Chauncey? Where'd you hear that? That Randall will be back before OG? I don't think so. I think they both come back after the break. I think they both come back after the break. I would be surprised if both of them weren't there February 22nd against Philly. I would be surprised. I think they both should be back right after that. Yeah, because right now this is the 11th. I think they said, tell me now if I'm wrong, but I think they said he had the surgery Wednesday. They just didn't say anything to anybody. Knicks are slick. The Don is slick. But I think he had the surgery Wednesday. So he had the surgery on the 7th. We're talking 3 weeks. That's the 14th, the 21st. So so OG in 3 weeks would be the 28th. So he'll miss the Thursday game against Philly and the Sunday game against Boston. I think he'll be back in 3 weeks, the 28th of February. He should be back. Randall will be back the 22nd. I'm very confident he'll be back the 22nd of February against Philly. So, I guess that's true. It makes logical sense. Chauncey, it makes logical sense that, he should be back before OG. And if you get Randall back before OG, now you're going to start Hart and you're going to have Precious coming off the bench. And man, that's pretty darn good, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, I hear you, Chris Hauser. They did say reevaluated, but I'm telling you, they said reevaluated also for Julius, and look, the timeline keeps shrinking. It depends on how much progress he's making, really, after the surgery. My understanding is it was a minor surgery. It wasn't a major surgery. It was a minor surgery to remove some loose bone in there or something, right? Did y'all hear that? That it wasn't a major surgery that OG had. It was a minor surgery. Man, we're talking about pro athletes. I think he'll be back by the 28th of February. Yeah, he might, Mark. He might be right. I think Chauncey was saying that. I think you're right that OG would probably be back before June. But the key thing is, come the March playoff stretch run, they're both going to be back. That's all we're saying, right? They're both going to be back. And please let Hartenstein rest that Achilles these last 2 games. Let him rest the Achilles over the All-Star break, and he comes back strong. And then probably, I'm going to tell you mid-March, I think Mitchell Robinson will be back by at worst mid-March. I'd be surprised if it's the 15th of March and we don't see Mitchell Robinson. I would be surprised. I think by the mid-March, around 13, 14, 15, something like that, you'll see Mitchell Robinson. Because the elbow surgery has just happened last week. And Randall hurt himself before that. And Randall was supposed to be, we weren't sure how long Randall was going to be out, but then they said 3 weeks. And so that was a week ago. So maybe 2. So now Randall is ahead of, not only is he ahead of OG's timetable, he's also ahead of schedule. So it wouldn't be surprising if Randall came back first. It wouldn't be surprising. Yeah, loose bone fragment. That's it. That's right. Thanks, John Smith. He got a loose bone fragment removed from his right elbow. So I would be surprised if he doesn't return by the 1st of March. I would be surprised. I think he would. I think he will. Yeah, and I think Mitchell Robinson is probably he's probably getting his wind built up right now. And so I'm saying I mean, overall, the Knicks are going to be fine. The Knicks are going to be fine. I'm just telling y'all, Precious will be in the rotation before Bogdanovic will. That's all I'm saying. And I'm going to tell you, this summer, they're going to re-sign Precious. They're going to let Bogdanovic walk. And they're going to use him as a trade chip, hopefully for Mikal Bridges. And they're going to get Precious back at age 24. This kid is ready to ball, man. Yeah. So Yes, okay. OG's the best. I'm not saying okay. I agree. OG is one of the best defenders in the NBA. OG is going to be an All NBA defender. There's no doubt. I'm not expecting Bogdanovic to be an All NBA defender. You don't have to be All NBA defender to get out to the 3-point line. My point in mentioning OG is there was no adjustment. Like everybody said, well, he needs an adjustment. You know, he just got here. Defense don't need no adjustment. You're gonna play defense. You play defense. Offense, yes, you need adjustment. But if you're going to play defense, you're going to play defense. Unfortunately, Mr. Bogdanovic don't play no defense. And I don't know, but he don't play Thibs level defense, put it that way. Kendall Buchanan, thanks for the $20. Good to see Precious getting more comfortable on both ends of the floor. Yes. I think, didn't Precious hit a 3 yesterday? I think he hit a 3. Didn't he hit at least 1 3 yesterday? I think he did. Let me just make sure. I think he hit a 3 yesterday. If Precious gets more comfortable, he's going to be pretty good, man. Like I said, he wasn't no throw-in. He wasn't no throw-in. He was. They wanted him, and I'm glad they got him. But Precious Achua, let me see. Precious hit from 3-point. He was 1 of 1. Yeah, he took one. He was 6 of 6 from the line, 1 of 1 from 3. Very efficient offensively, and he was tired. He was tired, man. He was tired. You could see he was tired. So was Deuce. So was Dante. So was Hart. They were all a little tired. You could see their shots were a little short. That's legs. And so, you know, I'm not making excuses. Like I said, I wasn't expecting them to win the game, especially when Hartenstein wasn't going to play. But I just wanted to see some better defense. Look, they lost Thursday night, right? Listen to y'all. They lost Thursday night. But can we say they was playing some defense on Thursday night? They only had 6 guys, but they was playing some defense, man, on Thursday night. Even though they lost, I was happy about how they played because they were scraping on defense. They were scratching, man. I'd like to see that. Okay. But last night, I'm sorry, man. I can't. You got to carry defense in your pail no matter where you're playing. It ain't an adjustment. You play defense, period. This cat, Bogdanovic, I want to see what happens against Houston. 2 things I want to see. I want to see if he starts, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe he starts to play defense against Houston, okay? Or if he doesn't play defense, I want to see how quick he gets the pull. How quick will Thibs jack him out of there? I want to see. Because let me tell you something. Josh Hart is 28. I think he's going to be 28 in March, if I'm not mistaken. My point in saying that is Josh Hart's a young man. So Josh Hart's going to be ready to play against Houston on Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? He's going to be ready to play. Josh Hart is going to be, rested and ready to go come Tuesday. He's going to be rested and ready to go. And if Sims hopefully comes back, he'll be rested and ready to go. Then Houston's on Monday. They play Houston tomorrow. So hopefully they'll be rested and ready to go. Hopefully, then if Bogdanovic falters, play him 10 minutes and sit him. And then let's play these other guys. I tell you what, this is how bad. I wish that he would have played Jacob Toppin. Honestly, I think the Knicks would have been better defensively if he'd have played Jacob Toppin last night. I know he wasn't going to do it because Jacob Toppin's a rookie. I know he's not going to do that. So I'm just talking though. I would have been happier if Jacob Toppin would have played last night. Because he plays defense. Jacob Toppin plays defense. Can we agree he plays defense? He's still probably got to learn schemes. He's going to get confused like his brother did, but he's going to at least get out to that 3-point line. He's going to play defense. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You want to get me real upset? Watch me, a guy in a Knicks uniform playing 30 minutes and ain't got no defense. No. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I would have rather seen Jacob Toppin last night than see that cat go out there with no defense, man. Yeah, I sort of missed Dunk. I sort of missed Dunk, man. The between the legs thing. He was trying to excite the Garden crowd. He's from New York. He wanted to bring that, but whatever. They were still winning. Obi still hit his 3-point shot because you know why? He had all night to shoot it. This is why. He was sitting there like it was practice. All of them were. It was ridiculous, man. There was nobody in anybody's face last night. It was terrible. I hate bad defense. I hate it, hate it, hate it. So I'm hoping that we get Sims back for tomorrow. I'm very confident our guys, our normal guys, our Dantes, our Deuces, our Hearts, our Precious will be ready to go. I'd like Jacob. I would have liked to see, like, realistically, you know, Jacob Top is not going to play. Okay, he's not. Next summer, he's going to, he's going to ball out in the summer league, and hopefully next year he gets to play some, but not right now. But I would have rather seen that than that crap we saw last night on defense. He did, and you know what, Chris Hauser? That's what I'm saying. Okay, he did. Chris Hauser said Halliburton hit some tough contested shots. There's no doubt. He definitely did. Okay. But as an overall game, it wasn't just the tough contested shots. It was just a lack of movement. And it was really just a one vector. In other words, look, when the ball's on the strong, when the ball's on one side, that's the strong side, right? Everybody understands that. So the ball's on the strong side. The weak side guy, whose man is at the opposite 3-point line, that guy is going to move down toward the paint. Okay, he's going to move down toward the paint. Okay? So when that ball swings back and the weak side becomes the strong side, the guy that was in the paint when the ball was on the strong side and he was on the weak side has got to get out to the 3-point shooter. You got to get out because what you want the 3-point shooter to do is pass it. You don't want him shooting it or try to put it on the floor. You're trying to not give him a free 3-point shot. Too many times last night, Bogdanovic was the guy that was sitting in the lane when his guy was shooting the 3-point shot. Too many times. Too many. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about, Deuce getting cooked by TJ McConnell or Taj not being able to hang out at the center spot for so long. I'm not talking about that. I'm telling you, this guy does not get out to the 3-point shooters, and that's not going to change. Andrew, in the league, defense is played on a string. When you have more than one weak link, the other team will exploit it. That's what happened last night. Indiana kept swinging that ball till they got it to the side where Bogdanovic was. And they kept catching Bogdanovic sitting in the lane when his man was at the 3-point line. And they got a number of wide open 3-point shots. That's what I'm talking about. Jacob Toppin, I think, is 23. I think he's 23, right? I think he's 23. Let me see. I'll tell you right now. Jacob Toppin is 23. Yeah, he's 23 years old. Jacob is 23. He's an old, him and his brother came out, older when they both came out because Obi's going to be 27, I think, this year. Jacob is 23. He's going to be 24 in May. Yeah, so that's all I'm saying, man. What I'm seeing last night from Bogdanovic got nothing to do with an adjustment. You can play him. Look, you want to play Bogdanovic, you put him out there with 4 defenders. You got to take Brunson out the game. And you got to put him out there with 4 guys that can defend. You need Hartenstein or Mitch Rob. You need Jew. You need OG. You need Deuce or Burks. Well, not even Burks, because Burks ain't strong enough defensively to cover for that guy. So that's what I'm saying, man. They were playing defense last night like they were still in Detroit, man. I'm trying to tell you. That ain't going to cut it. That ain't going to cut it. That ain't going to cut it. Okay, but let's see what happens tomorrow. They play Houston tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Maybe they do get better. Hey, listen, we Knicks fans, right? All we can do is hope, right? Maybe they do get better defensively tomorrow. Maybe they did. Yeah, well, gaming, like I said, we got tomorrow. Let's see. We got tomorrow. These guys, these guys are pros. Look, do you think that the Knicks understand every opponent they play. They pretty much know what they're going to run. Every team knows what each team is going to run. As far as basic, they may put some wrinkles and stuff, but every team knows what each team is going to run. Okay, they kind of do. So Bogdanovic shouldn't need a week to figure out what the Knicks are going to run, right? So especially defensively, that's a basic thing. So look, I hope I'm wrong. I hope tomorrow Bogdanovic is all over the three-point shooters. I hope that 3 out of 5 times you see a shooter pass the ball because Bogy's in his face when it comes to that three-point ball being swung around there. I hope so. I really do. Because I hate seeing some sloppy defense, man. Daggone. I could take sloppy offense. See, I don't care if they go 1 for 20. All right, fine. But are you telling me they giving up 3 points because they can't get out to the line? That's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah, and I agree with you, Miss Evans. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he's going to improve, man. I don't know how he's going to improve. You can't get out to the 3-point line. You can't get out. You asking somebody to run like like Usain Bolt, and they can't run a 20-second 100 meters, and you ask them to run like Usain Bolt. You know what I mean? I don't know about that. That ain't gonna work. I was trying. Who was that saying? Jack Savage. I said in the beginning, if they went 4-4, I would be happy. They're 4-3 right now. And there was somebody that came to me and said, I think they can go 6-2, and that's realistic. The person said, I said, I don't know how realistic. I hope that's right. And I was starting to believe that before Hartenstein got hurt. I was starting to believe the Knicks could go 6-2 before the break. And actually, I miscalculated. It was 8 games. It's really 9 games. So I thought they could go 6-2, 6-3 before the break, before Hartenstein got hurt. But Hartenstein's injury changes stuff, right? Yeah, I hate you. Yo, but really, we could use Robin Lopez defense. I'll take the Earth man, the man that looked like he grew out the earth. I'll take him. We could have had some defense from him yesterday, But anyway, yeah, senior beef. That's what I'm saying. Thibs was reasonably cool at the post game, but I know he was boiling. So we're gonna see what happens tomorrow against Houston. We're gonna see what happens. It's gonna be very interesting. Let these because all you're gonna get all you're gonna get back is Sims, right? So everybody's gonna be there. You're hopefully getting back Sims, and then you still got Brunson. Yeah, he was very mad. He hates that. Like I said, I got a pretty good handle on what this guy is thinking. Being studying him for all the time I studied him, and I'm telling you, he was pissed yesterday. Very pissed. Not just for the loss, but for the defense. Yeah, Houston is hungry. Houston, I think, is still in the playoff hunt in the West, aren't they? Or are they completely out of it? I think they're in the playoff hunt. Let's take a look here. In the West, Houston. Oh man, Houston is they're sinking fast. They've lost 4 straight, 3-7. They last 10. They're really 3 full games out of the 10th spot. So they had. I don't know what they're gonna do. Yeah, they 3 full games out of the 10th spot. But you can't, obviously, right? We can't sleep on them. This is still the league. They can still beat us. Okay? Still the league, they can still beat us. Hopefully, Sims plays, and hopefully the refs let him play without giving him silly fouls that cause him to be in foul trouble. Yeah, man, forget the Jonathan Murray. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, and that's what you got. Defense and rebounding. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Yeah, we do need Sims to play tomorrow. We need Sims to play tomorrow. I'd rather let Hartenstein sit. Let Sims play. Or if you're going to play Hartenstein like 15 minutes, that's it. Let Sims play. And then, you get 20-something minutes from Sims. That'd be good. That'd be real good. Yeah, defense and rebounds is what wins you games in the playoffs and wins you a championship. You need that. Oh, it was bad. Yesterday, it was bad. I think we got out-rebounded like 50 to 30 something. Let me see. I'll tell you. I think we got out-rebounded 50 something to 30 something. Let me see. The Knicks got out-rebounded yesterday. $41-32. It was 41-32. They got out rebounded by 9 yesterday. That's still pretty bad. That's terrible. Yeah, that's terrible. They got out rebounded 41-32 yesterday. Yeah. So I'm saying I think Bogdanovic is the odd man out of the rotation to me. I see Bogdanovic being the odd guy out. I'm telling you, especially when it comes to crunch time. Somebody's going to be sitting. I don't think Bogdanovic is going to be in the game when they need to stop. Yeah, yeah. Iheart is a gamer though. He's not going to want to rest. He's going to want to play. Him and Brunson and Dante, they're all like that. It must be a Villanova thing. They don't care about rest. They want to play. We mean who comes back? What do you mean, like a gun gaming? You mean who comes back for the Knicks, or what team makes a run? I'm not sure what you're asking, gaming. You said who comes back after the All-Star break? I'm not sure. Can you clarify? Oh, everybody's going to be back. Everybody's going to be back. Your straggler is going to be OG and Mitch Rob, but not that much. I think, like I said, I think OG will be back by 1st of March. Mitch Rob shouldn't be more than a week, maybe 2 later, but everybody's going to be back. For the stretch run going into the playoffs, you're going to have the full contingent. All of them are going to be back for that. Okay. All of them are going to be back. Yeah, the whole team didn't play defense, Andrew. That is correct. But if you actually watch the games, there's a difference between a guy being tired because he's played a lot of minutes and a guy just don't have the ability to get to the 3-point line. That's what I keep trying to tell you. There's no excuse for that. You can't not get to the 3-point line. You can get tired, but Bogdanovic just wasn't getting there. And they caught it. And they said, oh, let's exploit this. And they did. Anything is possible, McCormick. I mean, with the team the Knicks got, anything is possible, man. I mean, yeah. They can go on a streak in March. They can. They got the squad. Especially to me, when you're bringing in Mitchell Robinson and Hart and Precious, they can go on the streak, man. They can. Because the starting 5 for the Knicks is, man. Man, the starting 5 for the Knicks is hella fire. I'm telling you. And, man, you bring Mitchell Robinson off the bench. Oh, my gosh, man. I'm happy about what we're looking like after the All-Star break. Yeah, don't get it twisted. I just don't want to see too much of Bogdanovic. He ain't going to play no defense. Yes, that's exactly right, Wham. And I said that a few minutes ago. If you're going to play Bogdanovic, who can't play defense but can shoot, you cannot play Jalen Brunson. You see the dilemma you have. You can't put 2 weak defenders out there. Like I said, we saw this movie before with Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker. We saw this movie already. You know what the result's going to be. You can't play them both. Okay? You can't. You can play one of them with 4 defenders. You can't play them both. Otherwise, you got Kemba and Evan Fournier all over again. And we see how that movie went. Let's just remember history, and it's not that long ago. I wish Halliburton would, well, never mind. If Halliburton was in New York, we'd be, man. But anyway. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. Mr. Vince, glad you understand, man. He's not going to do it. He's tasting that chip. He's close to getting to that ECF. He knows he has the squad to do it. If you think Thibodeau's going to play around with a cat that can't play no defense, you ain't been paying attention. That's right, Michael Everhart. No D from Bogy. So, and like I said, nobody on the team played great defense yesterday, but some were tired. Like I said, Dante, Hart, Precious, and Deuce. Some were just weak, like Brunson. Some were just outmanned because they just were overwhelmed, like Taj. And then some just don't have the ability to actually do it, like Bogy. Okay. Yeah, I think so. I think off-season asset that hopefully will result in Mikal Bridges. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Lord Sincere, don't say that. He's not washed. He can play 10 minutes. If you're expecting him to play more than that, that's when the problem is yours. It's not his. Taj Gibson is in shape. He can give you a good 10 minutes. And I mean a good 10 minutes. But if you're expecting him to play 30 or more than 10, you're going to be, no need to disrespect the man by saying he washed. That's disrespectful. This guy has been in New York a long time, and he plays hard every night. He's just, overmatched at 38 years old. He's overmatched. Okay. No, he played the first quarter. Taj played good. I don't know what y'all were seeing. The first quarter, the Knicks and the Pacers were battling, man. The first quarter of last game, they were battling. They really were. The first quarter was 27-26 Knicks. They were battling. And then when you get to the half, they were only down 3. Taj was balling for as much as you could get from him for that time frame. The problem is you want him to do that for the whole game. He's not going to be able to do it. That's what I'm saying. It's not. You don't say he's washed. I mean, come on, man. That's sophomore. The cat can only do but so much, man. Yeah. So yeah, but I just say it's not fair to him to expect him to play more than 10 minutes. It's not fair. And then expect him to ball with, when he's 38 years old. That's all I'm saying. Don't say he's washed. That's disrespectful. Taj is a pro. He comes to play. He's a pro's pro. He shows up. Whether you call on him or not, he's going to be ready. He's going to be supporting the squad. That's what I like about him. But don't trip on him, man. Cherokee, thanks for the fight. I'm a substitute in Kelsey Sherrod. Yes, you can substitute Kelsey Sherrod. You can Chelsea's a Chelsea or Kelsey. I don't even know. Oh man, she is something else, man. Andrew, every team plays defense. So yes, they changed the rules, but you still have a level of defense that every team plays. And it's very easy. You want to just look. Let's just look at the standings. Okay. It's very simple. Look at the standings and look at the differential. So the Boston Celtics are number 1 in the East. The Boston Celtics have almost a 10-point differential. They give up 111 points a game. The Cleveland Cavaliers give up 109 points a game. But the Milwaukee Bucks give up 119 points a game. See, there is a difference. The Knicks give up 110, but Indiana gives up 122. See, this defense is being played, So, and the Knicks right now, in terms of opponents' points per game, the Knicks are 3rd in the East. They're 3rd in the East right now. Okay. In terms of differential, they're 3rd in the East right now. Okay. And as far as the league, I think they're like 4th in the league in those areas. So the Knicks play defense. Everybody does. Is it different than it was in the 90s? Heck yeah. It's a whole different game. But you got to play with speed and length on defense now. You got to cover 3 feet, 8 feet very quickly. That's how the game is played right now. You can't just roughneck people like the Knicks used to do, but you can't do that. Okay, you got to get to the spots. You got to beat people to the spots that they want to get to. You want to force them to get rid of the ball off the 3-point line. That's how the Knicks have been playing since they got OG especially. Okay, that's how they've been playing. But yeah, the team was tired. Michael Drake, I agree. But there's I can't say Burks and Bogy was tired. I can say the other guys, they just played off 40-something minutes 2 nights ago, right? I can see that, but what city is the best to reside in Florida? Captain Matumbo, I wish I could tell you. I like where I'm at, but the only reason I like where I'm at because it's gated. I like where I'm at because it's gated. And even where I'm at, man, outside them gates, yeah, you better be concealing something. That's all I'm saying. Somebody said, man, you got to watch them people walking at night with hoodie on. I said, listen, I can stand my ground too. I can stand my ground too. And ain't no Skittles either. That's all I'm saying. I can stand my ground. Ain't no Skittles either. So come with that if you want to. But yeah, I can't tell you what's the best. I've been to Miami. It's been a long time since I've been to Miami. Orlando's a nice city. Tampa's a beautiful city. Tampa, I got cousins there. I've been to Tampa last couple of weeks, a couple of times. Tampa is a beautiful city. I'm not real into Jacksonville, to be honest with you. And I haven't seen a lot of places. Like I haven't seen Fort Lauderdale. I haven't seen Fort Lauderdale. I haven't seen like West Palm Beach. I got cousins in Fort Lauderdale. I haven't seen them. I haven't been to Tallahassee. I like Orlando. Orlando's a nice city. Yeah, Orlando's a nice city. Tampa's a beautiful city. Those two places are nice. I don't know if I'd live there. Like I said, I'm only in Florida because my father's here. My daddy's here, and he needs my help. That's why I'm here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I'd be still in Virginia. And I like the warm weather. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm here because of my daddy. That's why I'm here. Oh, everybody! There's not a city in Florida that don't have high crime. Every place has high crime. Every place in Florida has high crime. Florida is one of the highest crime places in the whole United States. The warmer the state, the more crime it is. Oh, I like Virginia better. Where I was in Virginia, I was in Northern Virginia. I was in Fairfax, Virginia. I like that better. I did. I liked it much better. Crime rate is like not even a third of what it is in Florida. Crime rate is real low in Virginia. Somebody's car gets touched, not even stolen. Everybody knows about it. in the place in the city I lived in, it was very, very nice, man. But like I said, my father needed me. I came down here for him, and I believe my Heavenly Father sent me down here, and so that's why I'm here. But if you asking me, the place that I love the most, as far as all the places I lived in my life, including New York, was Northern Virginia. Yeah, I love Northern Virginia, man. It was nice, man. But hey, I'm down here for my daddy, both my daddies, and I'm enjoying 70 degrees in January and February. That's cool. That's cool. But like I said, man, when you leave the gated community and you go out, and you stop at a gas station for gas, you better keep your eyes open. That's all I'm saying. You better keep your eyes open. Okay. Well, Blair, I think he will. Blair said, I think he will. When it comes to crunch time, if homie can't get a stop, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. That's why we did a poll, and I asked, Shalom Organic, I asked, would you rather have Precious in the game or Bogdanovic? Everybody said Precious. Yeah, me too. Why? Because he can rebound and play defense. And he's starting to get more confident from the three-point line. I want Precious. That 20 points a game, shooting from 40% don't mean jack if you can't stop nobody. Okay. That's actually right, Senior B. That's actually right. So I think he's going to go 9 deep, and Deuce's minutes is going to be the one that fluctuates between 7 and 8 and 15. And that's because he's going to be the direct sub for Brunson. He's been that way all season, and that ain't going to change. It was that way last night. He is going to be the direct sub for Brunson, so Deuce's minutes will fluctuate. It's going to be Precious, Mitch Robb, Hart, and Burks. And Deuce's minutes will be fluctuating depending on how many minutes Brunson rests. Deuce is in for Brunson when he's resting. Okay, period. But other than that, that's going to be your lineup. I don't see how Bogdanovic gets in there. Not with that defense. Yeah, I'm saying, am I the only one that noticed he had trouble getting out to the three-point shooters last night? I mean, no, seriously. Did any of you guys notice that he had trouble getting to the three-point shooters last night, that he could not get out there? That they had all kind of time to shoot the ball when the ball was swung to Bogdanovic's side? They had all kind of time to shoot the ball. He's real slow, man. Real slow. In the league, that'll get you killed, man. In the league, pro shooters will destroy you. They will destroy you. Yeah, like I said, but everybody's issues was not the same. D nice. Yeah, everybody, the whole team's defense sucked last night. I'll give you that. But like I said, Dante, Hart, Precious, Deuce, they was tired. Okay. Taj was overwhelmed because he's 38. But Bogdanovic just can't get to the 3-point line. Let me put it this way. Let's say Bogdanovic was OG. Okay, I know this is extreme, but let's say Bogdanovic was OG. Do you think the Knicks lose that game like that last night? Because you know what? The first 3 quarters, the Knicks was fighting, man. The first 3 quarters, they was fighting. They let the rope go in the fourth because, again, Indiana exploited, what their weakness was. So, yeah, so if you just substituted OG for Bogdanovic last night, we might have won that game. Now, I don't think it's unfair based on what we're talking about. Like I said, certain things you bring in your toolbox no matter what. You bring defense every night. You bring defense. And the Knicks have been doing that from January 1st. When they got OG, they've been bringing defense every night, win or lose. The other night, they lost to Dallas. We all saw they lost to Dallas playing basically 6 guys. And guess what? They brought defense against Dallas. They just couldn't sustain it. They were all tired. But they brought defense last night. Okay? Against Dallas. You all saw it. They didn't bring any last night. Okay? So, yeah, our defense was terrible. I don't know what you was watching, Walter White. That defense sucked last night. It really did. The Knicks weren't playing. And look, here's another telltale sign. I don't know if some of y'all know this already, but look, if you give up 60 points by the half, okay, it goes by quarters. If you give up 30 points in the quarter, or if you give up 60 points in the half, no, you ain't playing no defense. That's all I'm saying. The Knicks gave up 61 points at the half last night. At the quarter, it was like 27, 26 or something like that. So they did okay come the quarter. But at the half, by the half, they gave up 61 points. Okay. Now you can't do that. You can't do that. Okay. So no, they weren't playing no defense last night. They weren't. I'm sorry, they weren't. So when you see the Knicks playing defense, you'll see teams get 47 at the half, 40, 30, 49, 52 at the half. But you're not going to see them get no 60. Yeah, that's how it's going to be long. So see, that's right now, like if you go back to the beginning of the season to now, McBride has been substituting for Brunson. That's his 1-to-1 ratio on the 48 minutes. Okay. Burks might handle the ball more now, but in terms of minutes, McBride for Brunson is what's going to continue. Thibs ain't changing that because he ain't done it yet. But I'm telling you, you got to have somebody out the rotation. And I'm telling you, Thibs loves Precious. I don't think it's going to be Precious. When Juju gets back, Precious is still going to play. When OG gets back, Precious is still going to play. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Tomorrow's another game. Like Thibs says, right? The games keep coming, right? The games keep coming. So we're going to see tomorrow. They're going to play in Houston tomorrow. We're going to see. I hope they sit Hartenstein, though, because really, I don't want his Achilles messing up. He's more important for us after the All-Star break than he is right now. So I think we could win if we get Sims in there. We could win. Just don't play Bogdanovic too much. But I think we can win. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That the defense sucked, but for different reasons. Like I said, Dante, Hart, Precious, and Deuce, they were tired. They just played all 45 minutes like 2 nights ago. So they were tired. But Burks ain't got that excuse. Neither does Bogdanovic. They should have come with their ready to go. Defensively, they should have been ready. They weren't. They were not, man. I was totally like, what are you? Ooh, that's right. Thank you, Cod Cox, not New York Knicks defense. Exactly. That's what we talking. Thank you. That's exactly what we're talking. No, Hart's the grandson. Burks coming off the bench. He likes Burks now, but Hart is the grandson. He'll start Hart. When anybody's out, you already know Josh Hart's going to start. Forget. You're right, Lord. They acted like they still wearing Pistons uniforms. They better understand they're in Madison Square Garden. I agree with Nancy Stevenson. That's right. You're right. You are right. Well, anyway, y'all, let me get going. I got to go see my daddy. Listen, always real. Thank you all for the support. I greatly appreciate it. I don't deserve it. Thank you for the 10,000 subscribers. I would never thought that was going to happen. I never thought that was going to happen. And I just really am very thankful for all that y'all have done to support this channel. I'm just a Knicks fan like y'all. Y'all can see I get very passionate about my team. But, you know, thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, D-Nice77. Thank you all for all your support, all your input. It's greatly appreciated. Even if I get mad at you, I still appreciate you. Y'all, please enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Be safe out there. Shalom.